Hi Book Besties. So I just finished Bitter Notes and Sweet Strings by Beck. And this is a 2-book series that is a continuation of one another. So this one leaves off and then this one picks up right where this one left off. I rated both of these 5 out of 5 stars. These were both rereads for me and I absolutely still adore them. So great. Okay, these are a why choose rock star romance. They kind of go along with the girl on the wrong side of the tracks kind of thing. This is your one warning. After this point, there'll probably be spoilers. And if you haven't read these and don't want spoilers, probably should stop watching this video. In the first one, Bitter Notes. So the main characters in this, the main female character is River. And she has grown up really poor, on the wrong side of the tracks kind of thing. Growing up, she had this best friend, and his name is Kieran. And I think it was, I don't remember what age they were, but then Kieran's mom married some guy that was really rich and got pregnant by him. And so they moved to the upper class side of town, and Kieran forgot all about River. Rude, I know. Fast forward, they're like 19 now, and Kieran has started a band called Whispered Words with his stepbrother and 2 best friends. So they're the 4 main characters in this book, and their names are obviously Kieran. Asher is Kieran's stepbrother, and then there's Rad and Callum. They all have their own like special quirks and personalities about them, and I absolutely love them. Asher is the like grumpy one of the group. I would say Kieran's just kind of like, he's like bossy but like chill in a way and knows what he wants. Rad is the funny one who doesn't shut up, but we absolutely adore him. And then Callum is this like sweet nerd who has a photographic memory and doesn't forget anything, unfortunately, because they all have trauma in their past. And I won't get into it because there's a lot, and we will be sitting here for 20 freaking minutes if I get into it. They've started this band called Whispered Words, and they're trying to get it off the ground and kind of like get popular. River right now is managing a bar, and she brings in like bands and things to play at the bar. So I will mention River's last name is River West, and her dad and brothers own a really big recording label in LA or whatever, California. She absolutely has nothing to do with her dad. Nothing at all. He kicked her and her mom out when she was like still a baby, and ever since then has not wanted anything to do with her. So she kind of sometimes uses her names to get bands into the door to like play for her, and Whispered Words was one of those bands. So they came to the bar thinking that they were going to like meet her dad, and ended up meeting her instead, and decided to use that to their benefit to get close to her, to date her, and hopefully get close enough to her that like she'll reach out to her dad for them. No. They do end up getting close, and they do end up in a relationship and all of this, and Kieran ends up eventually remembering that she was his best friend as a child, and they all become very attached, really close, except Asher. Asher is in love with her, but is fighting it hardcore. Asher's stepmom and Kieran's mom makes Asher a deal that if they want to get out of this town and make it famous, she will get them to California without their dad knowing, because their dad's super abusive, as long as she takes her with them and leaves River behind. The stepmom ends up like being like, I know a guy who has videos of her, like the not so good kind of videos, and you can use those to your benefit to get the guys to leave her behind. And he does, because he so wants to get out from underneath his dad's thumb, and he will do anything it takes. And so he ends up telling the guys that she's cheating on him or on them, and then showing them the videos. And some other things happen along the way, and so they believe it. They leave without her to go to California. And during that process of them like ghosting her, she loses her mom, and she's forced to like go through the whole funeral process by herself, and she finds out she's pregnant. That's just the first book, okay? The second book starts off 5 years later. River is now what they called the fixer at the West like record label, because when she was 7 months pregnant, her twin brothers, which they have their own books, come and find her because their dad left every one of his children, he's got 14 of them, an inheritance of like $20 million. So they have to like find her and like give it to her and track her down and stuff like that. And so they do. And she's all like, I'll take the inheritance, but I want a job. Kind of like, I'll start at the bottom, but you have to like take me with you and you have to get me out of this town. Which they do. And so 5 years later, they're like a very like close, tight-knit family. And she's raising her daughter, and she's fixing bands who kind of like are on the brink of destruction. And her next project is Whispered Words. Because after Asher blew up their lives, they kind of went downhill from there. Like, they're no longer like the brothers that like they were in the first book. They've completely like self-destructed and taken up vices that like they probably shouldn't have. So it starts off like she comes back into their life and then tries to fix them. Without giving too much away, this book is twisty and turny. Like, it starts off with obviously them like reconnecting, and then add in like River has a stalker, and that stalker is her ex-boyfriend from the past, who Asher like was like, she's cheating on us with this guy, and so much more. Okay, so much more. I'm leaving a shiz ton out. Like, this book is over 500 pages long. I possibly can't talk about every single thing that happened into this book, okay? I will recommend reading them. I would get used to multiple nickname drops, because most of the time they don't call her by her name. It's nicknames. And there's a lot of them, because there's 4 guys, and each guy has a different nickname for her. It didn't bother me, but just so you're aware, absolutely loved these books, Allie. Thank you. If you haven't read Bitter Notes or Sweet Strings by Allie Beck, definitely go check it out. I just ordered her Twin Brothers series because it's another Why Choose romance, and I absolutely love them. Go check these books out. Start with Bitter Notes and then go to Sweet Strings. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.